Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Bulldog Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Law. If you've got a big case, Parks Yoga, if you like to do yoga, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, our top story is Donald Trump today is traveling to East Palestine. Meanwhile, we know where Joe Biden is. He's over in Ukraine. Do you believe? It's truly amazing. And again, it's always politics by defiance. Kamala Harris, Joe Biden refused to go to the border out of defiance. They refused to go to East Palestine out of defiance. But it's truly amazing and reflective. Trump goes there, they go to Ukraine. America first, America last. It's very symbolic. 800 big box stores led by Walmart, Target, and others are going to close this year. Wow. What does that do to the economy? Illinois public schools, 60 public schools are not reading and math proficient. That's pretty damn scary. The whole system. Why? They blame the lockouts. Kids homeschooling. Harry and Meghan are upset about South Park. By the way, I watched a little bit of this. It's hysterical. And what they did is they always tell the truth. And the truth is the whole time they're saying attention, attention, attention. They want their privacy. So they mocked it. And they mocked the hell out of it. Meghan apparently is distraught over it. Unbelievable. 70% of those released without bail are rearrested. What do you think of that? 70%. James O'Keefe, he founded Project Veritas. He is Project Veritas. He is leaving. I'm sure he'll do his own thing. He'll call it something else. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Coming up next, Bulldog TV, local news. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Bulldog TV Local News. We're always sponsored by Deters Law, Parks Yoga, and check us out on all our platforms. Our lead story is interesting. An explosion rocked an Ohio metal plant in Cleveland suburb yesterday. The blast shook the ground, scattered debris for hundreds of yards at I. Schumann & Company. 13 people were taken to multiple hospitals with one listed in critical condition. No report yet on what it was. But, ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, we know that we have in this country, an incredible amount of terrorists. We do. We got all these gotaways at the border. And, you don't know what accident's going to be an accident, what's going to be an act of terrorism. But it's pretty scary as we start to have our infrastructure have issues, whether it's a railway. And remember, the pipeline got shut down because it's not as safe as railroads. Guess who owns railroads? You guessed it, Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. But it's just kind of scary. It's going to be interesting going forward what unfolds in this country. We'll see. In law and crime, a 16-year-old has died from a shooting on Saturday at Dartmouth Drive in Westwood. Police found Lamar Spike suffering from a gunshot wound, and he later died at the hospital. No suspect information has been released. Caitlin Markham, this is a big story, was seen alive in Fairfield in 2011. 2 years later, her body was found in Indiana. The case was never solved, but investigators have made an arrest this week of a former neighbor. Jonathan Palmerton has been arrested for lying to investigators while they were investigating the death. Palmerton was not charged for the murder, but investigators feel they are uncovering more on the cold case. Sounds like a Dateline to me. In local news, Greater Cincinnati Works and Northern Kentucky Water District have reopened intake pipes along the Ohio River. Both closed waterways this weekend to avoid what was going down the river from East Palestine. The tri-state is seeing a rash of substance called trank dope that is causing surges of overdoses in the area. The drug contained traces of yazaline, which is actually an animal tranquilizer. Officials have described the drug as making users rot from the inside out. I still don't understand the stuff that drug dealers use to kill people. Kill your customers. Kind of new marketing technique. In Kentucky State news, today Kentucky will hold a special election that will determine some important things in Kentucky's political landscape. An empty Kentucky seat is up for grabs for Louisville voters. Senator Morgan McGarvey has moved on to the U.S. Congress, so today a vote will determine his replacement. On April 1st, the Kentucky Department of Medicaid Services will begin evaluating Kentuckians' eligibility for program coverage. See what happens there. By the way, the state legislature is doing lots of work down there. We'll see what bills come out of there and get signed by the governor. In Ohio State news, Ohio has seen a push by community leaders and educators to offer free school lunches to students across the state. Advocates believe the measure would improve student success and allow less wasted food in each district. Former President Donald Trump will visit East Palestine on Wednesday to survey the damage from the recent train derailment. Trump has voiced his opinion that the people of East Palestine need help after this horrible disaster. And in sports, first squad workouts began yesterday for the Reds. First spring training game this Saturday. Coming up next, Jamie Spinley, if he can get through it, because he's suffering from a kidney stone. Let's see if his newscast reflects that. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. James Spinley needs to go to the hospital.
Hello again, Bulldog Nation. Today's headlines. Philippine rescuers are searching the slopes of an active volcano for survivors after a small plane crashed near the crater. It is believed that 4 people are missing. A 6.4 magnitude tremor struck near the city of Antakya, near the border with Syria, where massive quakes devastated both countries. Rescuers again are searching for people under the rubble in Turkey. Long queues of people in Nigerian banks are continuing despite the central bank trying to create order and calm the situation. Nigeria has reinstated the old currency as the introduction of the new note. Currently, there was not enough notes in circulation to give back to customers. 2 million people are in the path of Cyclone Freddy near the island of Madagascar. The National Disaster Management has closed all schools and restricted movements. In sports, Javier Garcia becomes Leeds United latest manager. Liverpool will take on Real Madrid in the Champions League knockout stage later this evening. Until tomorrow, thanks for tuning in and have a great day. Cheerio.